Hilda isn't that sort of initiator. She kind of likes to poke at the beehive, the Falcon's nest at this point. Sorry, the Falcon's nest. Sorry, I'm still thinking of their previous iterations of past lives.
It still is the Falcon's nest.
It's still the Falcon's nest.
Yep.
Yes, poking at the Falcon's nest, looking to get the babies. Hopefully, they get a response from it.
Do you have Sixth Sense?
Do I have Sixth Sense?
How did you know the Khalid was gonna pop up?
You're the one who was doing spoilers earlier. Yeah, don't try and gaslight me into this.
I wanted to make you look good on broadcast.
No,
okay,
please, thank you. I appreciate the good works here. But with that being said, with 6 seconds left on the clock, what draft do you guys prefer?
Okay, looking at Team Falcons, and again, that pitfall of theirs to pick weird and experiment. Not here. This is a powerful Falcons draft, so I'm feeling it.
What about you, Eterna?
I have to agree. I think one of the main reasons is also being I've never seen the Khalid on Ryota in MPL ID, so it is. Oh wait, there you go. That's why.
It's a switch.
Okay, so Khalid for Keyboy. Oh man, I'm a huge fan of Khalid Keyboy.
Oh boy. Well, with that being said, our casters is going to be Eterna and as well as Leo. Give it up for them as they take you guys into the Land of Dawn.
Here it is, ladies and gentlemen, match number 2 of the Snapdragon Mobile Masters. And we're going to kick things off with game number 1 between, two amazing teams that we've seen so far in the Snapdragon history. Team Falcons already has a championship under their belt, but so does Onic.
This has been dubbed the never-ending rivalry. For the better part of almost 3 years, these two teams have been going at it. And non-stop, they've been delivering banger after banger. Keyboy here, catching few. Oh, Idle Monk is in trouble, forced to flicker away. Ryota looking to finish the job. He does get it done, but he's traded out for Kyle scores 1.
Yeah, we did mention about how aggressive things could be. You see Ogwin getting caught quite low at the moment. Meanwhile, Kaltisi and Keyboy are still going at it. Should be able to get out just fine. But this is what we were talking about, right? When Keyboy gets his hero, Keyboy is getting his hands on a hero like the Khalid, very aggressive, it can be oppressive, especially in the early game. Kyrie, though, that's a forced flicker already in the first few minutes of the game.
It's a technical knockout, I'll call it. For at least a couple of minutes, Ogwin will not be getting that flicker kick combo. Left easy up top, Bear down by 2. Keyboy gets stopped in his tracks. So far, it looks like mid has Team Falcons on lock, while, hold up, Kyle Easy looking for pushback there. What was Sans thinking? Was Sans trying to get that level 4 up top?
Probably, right? As he gets that level 4, it doesn't make that much of a difference, but I mean, when they start going and corralling around the neutral objectives, it should help him sustain through. So that is most likely what was going on, and here we're seeing it actually all unfold. Keyboy not yet level 4, so that is something that we do need to take into consideration, as it looks like, though, Onic have the better footing.
Oh, that's 3 in the pit, playing in the paint, in retribution range. Kyrie scores. Flapped easy, pushed back. Ryota doing amazing work. The Ryota army goes wild.
This was the hero that he debuted MPL ID with, the Hilda, and he's used it a couple of times already since he first performed in MPL ID, and he has been doing work. I don't know what it is with, Indonesian teams and the Hilda in the EXP lane, but it has been working out so far. Meanwhile, Team Falcon still looking for that clapback setup going on, but again, Onic just really stepping up on the gas.
Oh, Kyle Teasy compromised, jumped on. Keyboy scores 1. It might be another on the way. Owen gets popped by Sans.
And MPL ID, this is what we call the brawl server, right? So Onic RD are like, welcome Team Falcons. This is how aggressive our gameplay can actually get. And so we're looking at 3-1 already in the first 3 minutes of the game. However, Super Marco has still been left untouched on the Granger, and that could still be a potential problem that Onic will have to deal with.
Yeah, that might be that one spot that Onic has to watch out for, where Team Falcons finds their comeback. In mid, though, it's impressive. I dare say maybe a little even stubborn that Team Falcons continue to pressure mid. I get it, though. I understand. It's because you have a Jushin, and there's a Sicilian there that is slowly ramping up. You got to apply pressure.
Absolutely. That Sicilian will become a problem. We've seen it in the hands of Sans before, and, at some point, he's been able to get so much stacks even before minute 15. So that is one of the, I would say, problems that Team Falcons needs to deal with, considering that they can utilize that to the later stage of the game as a secondary carry.
You know what else is a problem that Team Falcons has to deal with? Why does Onic have a 2,000 gold lead? Where is that coming from? Kills have been scarce, map has been quiet, but where is all this money coming from?
I mean, technically, they were also able to take that first neutral objective down, and they do have a few kills under their belt, so maybe that's where it has been coming from. Economy-wise, we'll take a look at the comparisons later on, because right now, both teams are looking to secure this next neutral objective.
Turtle at a third of its health. Kyrie holding his ground. Ryota keeping away too. Savero firing away. Wall put up by Flap Teasy. The Filipino can only do so much as another turtle is secured here by the handsome future of Kyrie. Few gets jumped on. Oh, there's a crack coming in from Flap. The kick from Ogwin, isolating Keyboy. Savero holding the back line. There's not enough damage. Where was Marco?
Yeah, that was so well played. I don't know, the follow-up just wasn't there in time. But luckily, Team Falcons, they do have a little bit of a trade going on. Kaltiza was able to pick up that tower in the top side. Meanwhile, Keyboy should be fine.
Yep, he gets kicked out of that bush, flushed out. And I don't know, is this right? Am I reading the map right? Team Falcons is investing in the long lane. They're farming out for Kyle TZ anywhere else that Onic isn't. And so far, you know what? If this happens for a solid 2 minutes more, this should equalize. This should shrink that gold lead.
It should, but if we're looking at the comparisons right now, it looks like Onic are holding on most of the economy. I think the closest one is in the gold lane. Only, 20, 30 gold difference. So again, Team Falcons, what's the clapback, right? Because we usually see them play the opposite lane. We usually see them find maybe trades in picks, trades in objectives, but it's been really quiet. Is Team Falcons waiting for a particular power spike? And if they are, what power spike are we looking at? Because Super Marco should get that power spike early.
And what does it do, right? Does it kill? Does it just suddenly take the map? Is it a turtle steal? Could it be this last one? Spawning about 20 seconds. Ryota gets hit with a Crimson Flare. Gets the wall put up. So many things thrown at Ryota. Finally, he goes down. Super Marco gets the kill. Ogwin down to a 10th of his health. Ney at 20th. And that's a whole lot for just one. I'm not saying Ryota's life isn't worth anything, but still, Team Falcons are taking this really slow. They did pull out a flicker from Ryota, so I guess a part of him did think he could get away with it.
I mean, I'm going to play devil's advocate and say that was worth it, especially now that they have one man up on the neutral objective, despite Ryota coming back real soon. But there it is. Kaltizi.
Okay, this could be the clapback you were looking for, Eterna. As the kick catches Keyboy in the air, down goes one. And slowly but surely, Team Falcons getting in the position of power, dominating these small skirmishes. Again, they're not 5v5s, Eterna. They're just like 3v2s, 4v3s, leading to like a single man pickoff and then a conversion. This is the clapback we were looking for from Falcons.
Absolutely. 7 minutes in, and we can already see Super Marco picking up 2 items. Was that kill before Skypiercer or after Skypiercer? I think it was after.
Timing-wise, yeah. What's it worth? 0 stacks or 10?
Exactly, because that's what we're looking at. As now he has the Sky. Oh, wait a second.
Few forced to use a Crimson Beacon, dashing backwards, threatening a choke slam. They let go. You were saying?
It's A-okay.
All right.
It's A-okay right now. And yeah, back to this. With the Skypiercer already procced in, and now we're going to have to look at Super Marco because that damage is going to be piling up, especially if they play the slow game like they are right now, right? They don't risk too much for Team Falcons, but they get the kills on the right people, and that can add up into the mid game that we're almost in.
Yep. All the more, I am waiting for one more key item pickup for the Bulletproof. That Sea Halberd. He's on the way. There it is, built up. Should make these pickoffs on Ryota, on Keyboy. Yeah, hell, if you find a way to take Savero down, that would be great for Falcons. Now, Few gets caught out. The Sanguine Claws plus the Feast of Blood, putting him down to a 10th of his health, forced him home. This is a fight Team Falcons is not ready for, and I think Onic can smell blood. Here comes Kyle TZ, walking through the pixel. River controlled by Onic, and no one pulls a trigger.
Yeah, I think Onic have to be careful, right? Because with with Super Marco on already 3 items, Savero is not there just yet, right? He only has 2 items right now, only with the Starlim Scythe as well as the Feather of Heaven. Meanwhile, we're still waiting on that Holy Crystal. And so this is where the power kind of shifts over to Team Falcons, I would say. And
The slow transition.
exactly, exactly. Especially now we're hitting the 9th minute of the game. We see the Lord already spawning, and Kyrie's actually very quick to it.
He's holding his ground. He doesn't want to let go. I think Onic believe this Lord should be wearing a yellow jersey. Team Falcons might have a different thought right now. Kyle Teasy taking that north brush. I wonder if Kyrie knows. Ogwin, got about half health. Doesn't matter. All he needs is that kick. And Keyboy also looking for an amazing jump. Wow! On that sandwalk, Keyboy flushes out that space to the left. The Lord Dance continues.
This is so patient. This is so patient by Calteasy. MPLI, we don't see stuff like this, but look at the Lord Health going in. Oh, wait a second. That's a jump. That's Fuse taken out.
They take out Idle to Mock Kids, and Kyle compromises Severo, forcing out that Salmon Force. And Flap TZ moving out of the way. Still has that flicker. Still that has an ult. Kyrie secures the Lord, and it all falls down for Team Falcons. Not a single body, nor objective scored. All they could hope for is Super Marco to take down Ryota. That's happening off camera. And Onic are happy with their win. That's a number for Skypiercer.
Man, that's 3 members taken down, plus a Lord now for Onic ID, the Yellow Porcupines, the Sky Kings, in an era where everyone was questioning them. This is against Team Falcons. This is no pushover team either. And now they have the Lord control, they have the map control, and you saw the tower as well, just dropping up in the top lane, and they're pushing on the tempo. What's Team Falcons to do?
All right, I guess it's back to square one. Like re-engage that transition phase. Find a way to close the gap in gold and then get more stacks on Marco. I hate to say it, but you play the same movie twice in a row. You find those little details and then you go, ah, I get it now. That's how that happened. Memento, directed by Christopher Nolan. Zaman Force, dropped in by Savero, down bot, and he looks like he really wants to take it down, but there's not enough of a wave there. Flap TZ, I'll tell you now, Etarn, I think took too long earlier on to pull the trigger. Super Marco down to 10 of his health. The crack, the kick, and the takedown. Kyrie falls.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful defense coming from Team Falcons. Not a single inhibitor touched. And meanwhile, Team Falcons are still holding on to their 2nd tier turrets. So, man, again, you can't count them out just yet. Ogwin as well with the pick was amazing onto Kyrie. This is what we're living for.
Yep. Again, I did say the way Team Falcons could win is if they once again go for those singular pickoffs, work on the map, and then get Super Marco back on track is how they're going to win. And they're doing it now slowly. The remix, we're seeing it now. Slow push down bottom. Tier 2 going to get cracked here by Team Falcons. And suddenly the gold swings once more. Oh, man. Now I get why they call it the never-ending rivalry. These two teams know each other way too well. And this is with the shuffle in Onyx roster. The young Sky King in Savero. The new General in Ryota. They fit in like puzzle pieces.
Yeah, so even despite all of that, this is still the read that Team Falcons has over. And we saw the interview coming in from Flap TZ, right? He means business. He wants to find his revenge here, and it looks like they're on their way to it. Remember, we were talking about Super Marco from the early push of the game. He's already sitting at 3-0-1, so that's at least 2 stacks. And wait a second, Onic are going for it.
Oh, they want to bear down on Ogwin. He still has a flicker. Not enough range from Onic nor Lockdown to finish the job. So Team Falcons, they win and live another day for that engagement, but the rest of the map is still at deadlock.
Kyle TZ, meanwhile, already at level 15. We do see Kyrie at 15 as well, so that's kind of an idea of what we're going to be looking at in the next neutral objective take. However, as the game progresses, again, Sans is going to be stacking up, and that damage should be able to be felt. We can already see that Onic are already on the Lord. Oh, Ryota on a pickup.
Might be a late entry here coming from Falcon. Savero secures the Lord. The quick 3-man knockup from Ogwin and the collapse. The 3-man punch, the crack from Flap TZ. Down goes Ryota. Flap traded out for. Keyboy does flicker out of the way. A less than ideal trade for Team Falcons. 1 for 1, but Onic gets the Lord. That's an L, bro.
Oh, but they could be getting this turret. So, right, I understand. The trade was not as great, but look at the pressure that they're still holding on to. Kaltis actually goes in at 1v3, deals some damage. And in the grand scheme of things, the fact that they were able to get a permanent structure, if they can hold off this Lord, I think it's still okay for Team Falcons.
You're right. There is a point of counting your blessings and being optimistic about it for the Green Falcons. But look at bottom lane, Eterna. That is a chubby wave that Onic have led up. And Falcons are for sure going to lose that tier 2. And if Onic won it, I think they can even threaten his purple. All right, but Kaltis is lucky enough to secure it, and they have to deal with the rest of the map. They do take down the Lord, but the map has irreversible damage onto it. Look at that, like tier 2 up top, Onic just blows on it and it breaks.
And now the clock ticks for Team Falcons, right? We're already in the 14th minute of the game. Like we keep mentioning over and over, Sabero is actually already on his power spike. I think the next item would be maybe Divine Glaive, because he already has the Holy Crystal
And
in
a
his
concentrated
kit.
energy.
Plus, he has the concentrated energy. There you go. Those are the item builds, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you wondering back at home, seeing the progression. And things get a little bit worse, seeing how far ahead Sans is in that mid lane. He already has 3 items under his belt, a little bit more, you know, magic power to work with, but also a little bit more sustain in his kit. He has a lantern to boot, so he can actually deal with the frontliners coming through from Team Falcons. And maybe that's one of the main reasons why FlapTZ hasn't been able to be as aggressive with the fist cracks.
Yeah, that right there is a clear sign that Team Falcons should put a huge green target on Sans. Not a single shutdown, not a single kill on this young man. Gilak Sans getting away with so much. Yeah, we're ready for that. Team Falcons right now still doing their best. Again, say what you will about them being crazy sometimes, experimental, flubbing engagements as they have a couple of times in this game, but they know their fundamentals, they know their macro, they know how to take control of the map so they don't lose as much as they could. And now look at this, they're punishing Onic for even checking on their purple. Kyle secures.
Huh. FlapTZ doesn't have a single magic item
Defense
build up at all.
He doesn't. Yeah,
He
no.
doesn't.
It's Brute Force Breastplate,
Oracle,
Thunderbelt,
Thunderbelt.
Oracle. Yeah, he does have tough moves now.
Okay. So that's a little saving grace. But I mean,
enough.
as compared to Sans right now,
Yep. Who should have like somebody. Oh, the king from Ogwin collapse onto with the rampaging sandstorm. Down goes Kyrie. Ryota flickers away to safety. 1 for 1. That's a winning trade for the Falcons.
absolutely. And now they're going to be able to get their hands on the Lord. So just a second ago, we were talking about the advantage coming from Onic. Wait a second. Now Kibo is caught in a precarious position. Still has the Immortal. Luckily, he's still able to get out. But this is it. This is the turnaround that we're looking for from Team Falcons.
A successful hunt for the best pure athletes in the game. Team Falcons get one over the Sky Kings in that exchange. Now there's a Lord marching down bottom for the Filipino champions from M5, Season 5 of SBS. The collapse from Keyboy takes out the Filipino cannon. Severo gets hit with a Crimson Flare with the Zaman Force on cooldown. Do they pick the fight here? Do they force it? Here comes Kyle TZ, looking to dash through. It's a fully stacked up electrifying beats. He dances through, but he understands that it's too much to dive into tier 3.
I think they stood there a little too long. They were being too overzealous with it. They didn't have to lose FlapTZ there. They already had the Lord. And now they're going to have to push with only 4 members for the side of Team Falcons, as Onic, they have all the range as well as the clear that they need. Look at that damage.
Oh, they have the inevitability in Sans too. Again, still untouched. He is never died this game. 18 minutes and counting. Kyrie picking up the Queen's Wings here. This is a utilitarian. Suyo, like he knows that he has to switch between assassin and fighter, fighter and assassin at any given point. So that, folks, that's why you gotta understand the 0, 2, and 5 line.
Oh, man. What do they do now?
Yep.
Kaltizi looks like he's looking for an opportunity right now. This tower does fall in favor of Team Falcons.
It's slow and steady.
It really is. It really is. But again, Onic still have Sans. Look at his KDA right now. We're looking at him on screen. He's super locked in, you know, in the bottom right corner.
Yep.
He's standing at 405.
He's got enough KDA to share with some teammates to make it positive.
He has 100% kill participation.
That he does. Again, a singular Sanguine's Claw just changes the face of a team fight entirely. That's the fact of the matter. So you gotta also appreciate how he's just running on a flicker, Eterna. He's not rocking Purify. So he's been so good at reading these engagements that even when he's at the cusp of death, he's able to out-mechanics himself.
But on the other hand, that is an opportunity for Team Falcons, right? They do still have Ogwen. They do still have Flapteasy
It's like a little piñata.
to look for these engages, and that might be the weakness point that Team Falcons need, especially now we're entering the 19th minute of the game. Can you imagine how many stacks a Sicilian has in 19 minutes?
Yes,
Right?
a lot.
Like 200-ish maybe at this point, maybe more, 250?
I don't like counting stacks because this is Sans we're talking about. It could be a Gilak amount of stacks.
That's true, that's
All
true.
right.
Oh, wait a second.
The kick catches Keyboy, does Raging Sandstorm away, so that is one resource that Team Falcons could count out short term. Lord spawning in 10.
But remember, Ogwen burnt 2 for that, right? He burnt out the Flicker, and he also burnt out his own Way of Dragon. So a 2-2-1 in terms of, you know, a resource trade.
Math doesn't check out. Math does not check out, folks. And Keyboy kept his flicker, mind
Yeah.
you. So now, this gives Onic all the more the incentive to start up the Lord. Kyrie, again, deep in the paint, holding it down, slashing away, severing at the Lord with Keyboy by his side.
However, Team Falcons have built up a slow push in the bottom lane. So now it's pressure onto Onic, and Team Falcons can actually buy their time because that wave is going to be crashing really soon.
That's what we call in the business long lane control. Key, essential, fundamental in any good Lord dance. That is Keyboy with the concealed play. Flapteasy smelling something is afoot. Few controlling the pixel brush. Forcing Ryota into weird range. Does get a few beads off from Super Marco. Pushing away Keyboy. I'm wondering what's going on Savero's mind. Like, where does he drop the Zaman Force here? What angle?
I don't know, but it looks like the first order of priority for them earlier on was housekeeping, right? They had to clear in that mid lane. Now the bottom lane.
They're sending Sans.
Exactly, exactly. And this is information for Team Falcons to press the gas, understanding that the main damage dealer, Sans, is not there.
All right, well, not there for just maybe 3 or 5 seconds more. And here now comes the Gilak from the east, coming through. Savero right by his side. Few looking for a good Crimson Beacon. Finds it on Keyboy. This is a non-starter. I don't know, we've been watching the same sequence for the past minute.
It's okay, it's okay. We have to be patient with these things. And
No!
both these teams are patient with it too. Remember, this is
Fight!
high stakes, right? This is a revenge story that we're looking at.
It's
This
the
is
build-up.
Flapteasy wanting to get the revenge on Onic idea, but that's a Lord. Already really low.
Oh no, this is the point of no return. Look at the crash back and the collapse. Oh, Ryota's very low. Kyrie secures. Down goes Kaltizi. Savero with the Zaman Force zoning out Team Falcons. This is a no-fly zone. Say the Sky Kings. And Falcons get nothing.
This is a disaster for the Filipino reps here in this match. Ladies and gentlemen, they punched the gas, they looked for the opportunity, but unfortunately, Onic did not let it slide, and Kyrie on the Suyo is still able to take control over that Lord. And that's why even in the beginning, in the drafting phase, we were talking about Joy versus Suyo. And again, Suyo has a little bit more of an edge as compared to Kyle Teasy right now with that additional damage. And that neutral objective take is a lot easier and a lot smoother for
Oh,
Onic.
Few here compromised. Forced the flicker back and used the Crimson Beacon. Now Winter Crown, Lord still standing. Down goes Few, and the base will follow through. Onic ID take game 1.
Wow. Wow. I don't know. How are you feeling about this?
I mean,